Hey, welcome, friends. My name is Catherine, and this is Ancient Wisdom Healing and the Ancient Wisdom Healing channel. And we're a group of folks that exhibit natural and skilled extrasensory gifts and talents. And we use these abilities to guide you to take agency over your health so that you can move forward with a healthy and thriving future. And I've been lately interviewing people in the community so that we can find out about folks and what they do in the healing arts that's different from the Western medical model. And today we're chatting with Alisha Radford, and she is an intuitive healer and soul coach. And I met Alisha at a recent Crystalline Light Expo event in Knoxville, Tennessee. So welcome, Alisha. I'm so glad you got to join us today.
Oh, but thank you so much for inviting me. I'm excited about this.
Great. Okay. So let's discover your story, and how you contribute to healing this planet. So what do you feel like is the purpose of your gifts and abilities?
The purpose of my gifts and abilities, I believe, is to bring healing, light, love, growth, and learning to our great planet here at this time.
All
And I
right.
know my journey has brought that all into my life, and I want to offer that to my clients and to people who are looking for true healing of the body, the mind, and the soul.
All right. Wonderful. So let's tell folks about your training and the modalities that you use. What do you use to help people?
What started my healing journey over a decade ago was a frequency-based system called Total Body Analysis. And after experiencing healing for myself and that, I trained with the naturopath doctor that offers that. That system is called Total Body Analysis. It is a quantum signature frequency-based remedy that can help heal the body at a cellular level. So that's one thing I offer, and that journey led me into other healing modalities. I am a Usui Reiki master and teacher. I am certified in the emotion code and body code, energy healing modalities, and I'm also trained in soul psychology, which is soul coaching, and we use numerology, an ancient numerology system, to life coach through that. And I'm also have some new things coming out in November. So I'm excited. And one thing is that everything that I offer here through Appalachia Gypsy Healing Arts is helped me in a great way personally. And that's what I love about what I do is I have seen it be life transforming for myself and for others, including my family and my clients.
Oh, great. Experience is the best teacher, isn't it?
Yes, it is, for
All
sure.
right. So you use these different modalities to help your clients, then that's what you do.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what kind of issues have you seen that people come to you for? What do they
So
what are they going through that need your help?
So I've seen a lot of different things from people coming because they've tried everything in the medical world,
Mhm.
and they have medical issues that they're just not seeing relief from. And so they'll come to me with a physical issue. So migraines is a big thing, stomach issues, I mean, all sorts of physical issues. And then also, I feel a great amount of my clients are actually coming from an emotional, mental, and spiritual they're needing a mental, emotional, spiritual healing, and they're again um, just kind of feel like that they're looking for something that's going to be life changing versus just something that gets them through the day. They actually want to see life changing. So I see things from all different perspectives, and that's what I love about holistic medicine is that we treat our clients as one, and it's not physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. It's all one. So, and they can all overlap, and the physical pain can, cause emotional stress, and then vice versa. What's going on emotionally and mentally within ourselves can actually come out as a physical symptom. And that's what I love about holistic medicine, is that there's no shame, whichever way it's coming from, that it's real, and that it's, but then we also get the hope of healing for that.
Yeah, good. I enjoy that part of it as well. I like knowing that, you're treating the whole body and that you're not just putting a Band-Aid. I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So how do folks report after they've had a treatment with you? What do they say that has happened for them?
So I mean, my last client that just walked out my door about 30 minutes ago, she said, I've really seen such a huge shift within myself since I started with you. And, it is honor to be a part of each of my clients' healing journey. And so each person sees it in a different way, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. I have a client who has been struggling with multiple personality disorder from childhood trauma. And thankfully, he has seen a huge shift in his life, to where he no longer feels that he needs to be a different personality to be dealing with what's going on in his life. And then I just have clients who they feel more empowered to be who they are in this world with no shame or guilt. And I'm honored to see each of my clients heal and learn and grow. And they do each, I have to say, each one of my clients that come in and, they work through and they process everything, they truly do see healing. And it's amazing to be part of that.
Well, that's great. Let's talk about your motivation for helping others. When did you discover that this was the path that you were going to be going on? If you thought differently and you decided to try something different in your own life.
Yeah. So I was born with a genetic disorder, where I have struggled with many health issues over my lifetime. But the worst of it started in 2012 when I started to have daily migraines and 7 to 20 seizures a week.
Wow.
And I was in the medical world for a year and a half. And I was not seeing any type of healing. It was different medications, different psychologists, because I was causing myself to have these migraines and these seizures, according to some medical professionals. And finally, so my husband is part Native American. He belongs to the Cherokee tribe. And so he was at the tribe one day getting some stuff done, and somebody told him, hey, would you be open-minded to some natural medicine? And he was like, absolutely. I mean, we are at our wits' end and we are open to anything. And she said, well, I know this awesome naturopath doctor in Kings Mountain, North Carolina. I can give him your information. And so I had my first appointment September 9th, 2013 with Dr. Ruben Dehan in Kings Mountain, and it was life-changing. And I prayed before I walked into that meeting, because I had prayed for death before that. I'm going to be 100% honest. I was tired of the pain. I was tired of being told I was crazy. I was tired of the pain and suffering I was causing my family. And I had prayed for death. And thankfully, that was not part of my journey. And so when I walked into Dr. Ruben Dehan's office, he looked at me and I looked at him, and I just felt his spirit talking to my spirit. And, it was life changing after that. And I started with the frequency remedy. I stopped having migraines. I stopped having seizures. He told me what was going on with my body. He's the first person to ever tell me what was actually going on inside of me. And it made so much sense. My liver was shut down and my pancreas was out going out the door because I had been on medications my entire life because of my genetic disorder, and my liver was tired and it didn't want to process any more chemicals. And thankfully, my life was saved that day. And you know, it started my journey, and I started training with him, and then he got me into the emotion code and the body code with Dr. Bradley Nelson, and then Reiki. And you know, here I am today, a lot healthier. And I'm still on my own healing journey, but I've seen changes even in my genetic disorder that, you shouldn't heal from a genetic disorder, right? There's missing parts, but I have seen healing, and I know I'm going to see even more healing. And, I want to give other people hope. And that's always a statement you'll see on my stuff, is that there's always hope for healing of the body, mind, and soul. And I believe that 100% because I've seen it in my own life. And I've been in the room with so many people that have come back from situations that they've been told they could not come back from. And so you sometimes you have to look elsewhere. And even within this beautiful holistic medicine, sometimes you got to try the next modality, to see if it will help you in a way the other modalities aren't helping, that kind of thing. It's all of it together, I feel like. And then as I've been healing on my own journey, I've seen these natural gifts of intuition, and natural gifts of dreams, and these natural gifts of being to help people spiritually with darkness, being able to shine a light on it, and that darkness disappear. And these are gifts I had in childhood that were unfortunately squashed because of the Christian religion that my family was part of. But I remember having questions when I was younger, and them not being looked at, but anything that it was devil's work. So, but I'm thankful, because I do believe Creator has taken me down this journey, and it has been so beautiful. And I'm so honored for the healing that I've received, and the gifts that have come online, and the talents that have come online along the journey. And again, just honored to be a healer for this world, especially right now. I believe this world needs healing deeply, deeply at its core. And I'm proud to be a part of that.
Great. The body is amazing, isn't it? How it can just turn itself around when you give it the right environment to make that happen. And you said you had really gotten into a really low place there for a while, and the modalities that you're learning help turn you around. That I know that's a lot of hope for a lot of folks out there, myself included. I've had that sort of low place in my own life, and these modalities turn my life around. So it really does make a difference. So I'm glad that you found that, because a lot of people are just not open. But that's something that we're trying to change here, to let people know that the old ways, you don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater there. There's a lot of good stuff in that the old ways of doing things. So what assistance do you seek today to become who you are today? Did you have mentors beside this person that you trained with?
Oh yeah. So Dr. Ruben Dehan, I call him Dr. D, because I do still do some trainings and sessions with him. And then of course, through the motion code and body code with Dr. Bradley Nelson and the teachers there. My Reiki master, I have to say, I feel very blessed to have the Reiki master that I have trained under. She's located in Asheville, North Carolina, and I'm so blessed with the teachers. And then my most recent teacher with soul psychology and soul coaching. There are a couple. Their names are Joseph and Mary Severson. And I just had some amazing mentors and teachers along the way. And I appreciate each of them all the time. I tell them all the time, I'm so thankful for it. And, it has been such a blessing.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see that. Um, it amazes me how many people have these mentors and then, they practice like you do, like I do, and then they become mentors to others. Has that happened for you? Have you brought some people under your wing to train up?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I definitely, I'm seeing that. And, I'm doing some Reiki practitioner classes teaching. And then, my goal, I tell every single one of my clients, because I give them homework before they leave. And, I say, my goal is that one day I teach you and guide you enough that you no longer need me.
Yeah.
That is my goal. Even if they don't do the certification and actual training, I want each one of my clients to be able to leave with enough empowerment that they no longer need me.
Mhm. Yeah, work my way out of a job with you at least. Oh, all right. So you said some of the issues that people come to you for, like migraines and, physical issues. Do they come to you? You said briefly about people come to you with more emotional things. Is there any other, um, I guess, issues that people come to that are, just pretty sticky? It seems you have to go through several modalities in order to find the one that works. And so have you had that happen?
Oh yeah, for sure. And that's why I say I'm the forever student. I'm always trying to learn new modalities and new things to help my clients out, because I have run into some situations that are more spiritually um, than they are physical. And so you're put in a position where you're dealing with somebody that unfortunately has had some entanglements with things of a heavier nature. And thankfully, that was part of my soul contract, my soul coaching, soul psychology training is shaman training. So we can kind of help with the heavier side
Mhm.
of things like that. And so, yeah, I mean, I can, there's all sorts of different people that walk through my doors with all sorts of different symptoms. And, if I can't help them, I'm going to find the practitioner that has the modality that is going to help them. And that's what I love about what you're doing, because it does put um, more practitioners out there so we can know what each other has to offer, and we can support each other and support our clients and empower them at an even deeper sense by knowing, "Oh, I know this person and they do this. Let's give that a try."
Yeah.
Like anything from acupuncture to, I've got a new modality coming in November with, it's a healing table, and it's got 4 different modalities going in the table at the same time. And that's where I'm at right now anyways, is that if I don't have the modality, I'm going to try to find somebody that can help you. And but yeah, I mean, I've had everybody walk in from, like I said, migraines to a client with multiple personality disorder to a person who is feels like they have a monkey on their back that they can't get off, kind of situation. And so yeah, I've seen a lot of different things. And I am again just honored that I am being worked in and worked through by my spiritual guides and the angels and creator. And I'm honored to be a part of it.
Yeah. That's exactly the reason why I wanted this resource out there, was to be able to refer people to the people who would actually be tuned in enough and resonate enough to work with them. So that's just great. I'm glad this is something that you really wanted to do for me on my end, but also for yourself and for your clients.
Yeah.
So getting back to um, like all these different modalities and stuff that's just way far away from, the regular medical system, what would be traditional in the modern sense, I guess. Um, and using these things, do you feel like there's hope for people? And with
Oh,
with using these other modalities and, instead of or at adjacent to the
yeah.
regular medical system. What do you think about
Oh,
that?
yeah. I think they can work with the regular Eastern medicine system. They can run right parallel with each other. And then I think there's always hope for healing. And sometimes you just got to think out of the box. And it's hard because again, like you're putting this together because I think people are a little scared of reaching out and trying something new, maybe a little nervous. Maybe they feel like uh, they might think it's crazy to say, I think I have a curse on me. Somebody, you know what I'm saying? People are like, they may think that sounds a little crazy,
Yeah.
but I've been in this world for over a decade now, and all I can say is there's truth to a lot of things that can help you. And so you just got to be open minded. You got to be willing to say, I no longer want to suffer from this. And I want to know what is at the core of it, what is at the root of it. And I do believe that there is always hope at the end of the tunnel. And you gotta search for it in these different modalities. And a lot of what people who are trained in the natural path world and the holistic world, they're trained in ancient things. Traditional medicine is kind of new compared to what a lot of these people
Yeah.
are trained in, knowing about herbs and knowing about where to press on my body to help it release, the migraine that's going on, or help it, the lymph system, meditating, breath work, mindfulness, how it can actually help your stress levels, which in return will lower your hormone levels in your body and get you out of being stuck in fight or flight mode, and can
Yeah.
help you weight because your cortisol levels are going down. It all plays in with each other.
Mhm.
And, the, I just think there's a lot more to it than, and it's healing at the core of something. And sometimes that takes a little while to get to, even in the natural medicine world, but, I also believe it can be better than introducing a pill to the body.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I was glad that you shared about, their doctors telling you that your migraines were all in your mind, uh, and telling you that there was nothing that they could really do for you other than, try this pill, and
yeah.
something was already overworking your liver. So
Yeah.
it was,
Yeah, it was
uh,
here, try this pill and go to the psychologist, and I was so willing to heal. And so I would go to the psychologist. And I even had a neuropsychologist in one of the hospitals I was in one time. And, all the psychologists are going, you're not crazy, they're missing something. And then I even had the neuropsychologist sent me to a chiropractor because he thought maybe my scoliosis in my back was causing my migraines, because he was like, you're not crazy, they're missing something. But I was so willing to really,
yeah,
heal, that I wasn't ashamed to go to the psychologist. I was like, if I am really causing this, then by God, let's fix it.
yeah,
But now I know, that and the funny thing about the liver, it's my liver shutting down because of all these medications that I've been taking over the course of my whole life at that time. And then as I went into soul psychology training, my my coach, my teacher, he was like, "You have a lot of anger issues," and I'm like, "No, I don't. No, I don't have any anger issues. I am sugar and spice and everything nice. I do not have anger issues." And he's like, "Yeah, I think you do. I think you've smushed it down a whole lot." And sure enough, as I started processing it, I did have a lot of anger that I didn't want to look at, that I didn't want to be part of. And so there you go, right there. That affects the liver,
Yes.
and then the liver also makes anger. And so that's what I love about holistic medicine. And it all flows right together.
Yeah.
And, a lot of times the migraine is because your liver is pissed off, basically. I'm sorry. Your liver is very angry, and that's your body's signal is, hey, I'm going to give you this migraine and let you know that your liver's not very happy.
Uh-huh.
And I just love that about holistic medicine, that yeah, it can be because you're taking these medications, but it can also be that you've not processed all the anger you need to process. So let's look at that. And there's no you're crazy because you've not processed your anger. It's a fact
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
your message with your liver, and liver produces anger. And so let's look at that kind of thing. And I love that about holistic medicine, that you look at the whole. And why we're looking at the physical side, we can look at the emotional side and the mental side and the spiritual side, and it's all one.
Yeah.
And nobody's crazy and nobody's wrong. It just is.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. There's no shame in any of these things because they're all so interconnected and they depend on each other. So yeah. Yeah, that's great that they were able to connect that for you.
Mm-hmm.
So in your opinion, what do you think the future is? What do you think the future holds for natural and holistic and spiritual medicine and stuff? Do you think there's any chance that it's going to take hold and people are
Oh,
going
but
to it?
I see it more and more every day. I think people are going to start looking for other options. I think, and I already see it. I already see people being more open than a decade ago when I first started. And I think they may not always understand it, but I think people are going to start going, well, all they know is it helps. So I'm gonna try it. And then the next person's gonna be, well, that helps so and so, so maybe it will help me. And I'm already seeing it be um people more willing to look at it than they were a decade ago. So I believe that one day it's going to be mainstream,
Yeah.
and it's not going to be looked at as the woo woo.
Yeah. Do you think the pandemic stuff kind of helped shift a bunch of people's minds in that respect?
I think it opened people's minds up. Yes, I do.
Yeah. Um, I mean, especially since people were not able to get to their regular doctors at that point.
Yeah.
And then sometimes just to be told, well, there's nothing we can do for you, type deal.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, okay. So what advice do you have for those that are on this holistic medicine, spiritual path? What advice would you give to them as far as encouragement
Honestly, to keep
start this
going.
journey? Pardon me?
If you haven't started on it, start on it as soon as possible. And start simple. That's what, I always say to my clients, start simple. Start with going to get acupuncture done, going to try replacing some of your regular medications with a supplement. Start simple and then work your way into more into the woo woo side of it. And if you're already on that journey, keep going. And like I said earlier, just because one modality may not help you, look into other modalities that are available. And it is also about connecting with your practitioner. Some of my clients may not connect with you, and vice versa. I may have somebody that walks in and they're like, I don't really vibing with Alisha.
Yeah.
Then I'm not offended if somebody tells me that. You can tell me, and I'm going to send you on down to my friend that works down the road here. So don't give up. Keep looking, because um, I just truly believe that there's always hope. And you just got to think outside of the box. You got to be willing to step in to some things that you may have never thought of before. And you know, here in this side of the world, you know, this medicine is new and it's different, but on the other side of the world, it's been going on for centuries, you know. And so it's not woo woo over there. So it makes you wonder, you know, what are we missing out on, you know? And you've got, you know, cultures over in Asia that live till they're 120, and some of them are making babies in their 90s. You know, if they're able to do that, then maybe we should start looking at what they're doing. And a lot of it has to do with their diet and their mindfulness and their spiritual practices, you know. And so I would, you know, if you haven't started your journey, start looking into it, you know, start meeting with somebody that you heard somebody else talking about. If you're already in the journey, keep going, you know, keep learning, keep growing. You know, and like I said, I've been on this journey for over a decade, and I still learn new things every day. And I get excited about learning new things. And, you know, I have tried some modalities that haven't worked personally for me. And, but, you know, I've given it the old college try, you know, and it is worth it in the long run. It is so beautiful and it's so worth it. And, you know, I'll stand on my soapbox all day long and let you know that it works, because it's been so transformational in my life. And, you know, I have a 6-year-old, and he injures himself and he runs up to me and he'll say, "I need Reiki, Mom, I need Reiki," you know, and, you know, I see it inside of him that he just trusts it. You know, his whole little life, he just trusts that it's going to help him. And, you know, and I love that. It is just a lot of times about that faith and that trust like a child.
Yeah. Well, I'm so glad you were with us today, Alicia. So how can we reach you to book an appointment or get more information?
So you can look at my website at appalachiagypsyhealingarts.com. You can find me on Facebook under that name and other social platforms. The easiest way to get a hold of me is to text me. I am a mom, and sometimes it's a whole lot easier for me to answer a text message or an email than it is to be on a phone conversation. Um, but I work with clients in person in Oak Ridge, and I also work with clients remotely. So you can be anywhere in the world, and I'll put you on the schedule. So
We're going to have all the information about Alisha and her practice down below the video, so check that out. And we're so glad you were with us today and to help us to promote people that are doing this work and help changing people's lives. So
thank you so much, Dr. Kathy. I appreciate it.
well, you're welcome, and thank you, Alisha. Bye-bye.
Bye.